Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere.
And today, imagination isn't just taking us places, it's taking us to classrooms, to corridors, and to communities where real problems exist and real change makers arise.
Good morning, respected principal, dear teachers, honorable judges, and all our brilliant fellow students. I am Vedant from grade 9.
And I'm Paki from grade 9, and we welcome you all to Community Catalysts Think, Design, and Execute, our inter house innovation challenge. They say we cannot solve problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Well, we've taken that seriously. From traffic chaos to tech gaps, messy bins to misconnections, our schools and neighborhoods are bursting with hidden challenges.
But our young minds from grades 7, 8, and 9 have chosen not to wait for grown ups to fix it. They've spent months researching, brainstorming, prototyping, and yes, even failing and trying again.
Because this isn't a show of talent, it's a celebration of purpose driven action. The project was assigned to students on 14th May with a workshop conducted to make them thorough about the design thinking process.
All teams use the design thinking process, a mindset that turns problems into possibilities.
Let's walk you through it. Empathize, step into someone else's shoes. Define, ask what really needs to change.
Ideate, think wild, think weird, think bold. Prototype, don't just plan it, build it. Test and improve. Learn from failure, repeat what works. The uncreative mind can spot an obvious solution only if it's the right one.
And today we're here to spot not the obvious, but the outstanding. The format of the competition is
Each team has 4 to 5 members, with one student from each grade 7, 8, and 9.
they'll present the solution in 6 to 8 minutes, followed by 2 minutes of questions from our talented panel of judges.
They can use anything models, digital mock ups, skits, toolkits, and even storytelling to convey their ideas.
Because innovation doesn't come in a fixed shape or size. It can be a voice, a plan, or a prototype made from scrap. Now, we would like to introduce our esteemed judges for the event. We are honored to welcome Ms. Ketki, the elementary coordinator of Montessori section at Vivek High School. As one of our esteemed judges, she holds an AMI-affiliated Montessori diploma and brings a wealth of experience in child-centric and inquiry-based learning. Known for promoting scientific thinking, environmental awareness, and independent learning at the foundational level, Ms. Ketki continues to be a guiding force in nurturing future-ready learners.
Our second judge of the day is architect Shalja Gupta, an accomplished architect with over 23 years of experience in the field of sustainable architecture. A graduate of Chandigarh College of Architecture and founder of Designing Earth by Studio Bhumi. She has led the planning and design of over 77 projects spanning residential, commercial, and institutional sectors. Her work has earned platinum and gold ratings from the Indian Green Building Council for projects like Homeland Heights and CP67. A passionate environmentalist and trailblazer in the green building movement, she continues to champion architecture that harmonizes with nature and urban context alike. We're elated to have you amongst us today, ma'am.
May I now request Mukul sir to come forward and facilitate architect Shelja Gupta and Ms. Ketki as a token of our gratitude for gracing us with their presence and wisdom today. Before we move forward, we'd like to invite architect Shelja Gupta to kindly share a few words of wisdom and encouragement for our participants.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know this is almost the time when you all must be feeling very sleepy, and I think it's going to be an effort to make you feel energetic. So probably, किस किस को environment से प्यार है, किस किस को लगता है कि उसको मिट्टी के लिए कुछ करना चाहिए. बहुत कम हाथ हैं, क्यों? बहुत कम हाथ हैं। पैशन तो सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं है कि बुक्स में हम पढ़ें, पैशन का मतलब होता है हम कुछ वापस भी करें। बहुत कम हाथ हैं। कुछ लोग ये बताएंगे कि कौन लोग क्या क्या करते हैं जिन लोगों ने हाथ खड़े करे हुए हैं? कोई भी बताओ। आप कंपोस्ट बनाते हैं? आपके घर पे कंपोस्ट बनाते हैं? You have machines which make compost? Very good. At home only? So do you help and segregate your waste at home or you don't? You just put it in the composter. And what kind of waste do you put it in the composter? Yes, only biodegradable. And what else? Little environmentalists, what else are you doing to make small contributions? Please tell. Growing plants? Okay, growing plant on every birthday, or segregating waste? Okay, और कोई कुछ बताना चाहता है? प्लीज बताइए। और कोई कुछ बताना चाहता है? प्लीज बताइए। Absolutely, because if you recycle, recycle is, one of the key components. Even when we are composting, then also we are trying to just recycle the waste that we have generated. तो मैं आप सबको बताती हूँ कि मैं क्या करती हूँ 2 मिनट में environment के लिए. As you all know that I am a professionally an architect practicing since last almost more than 2 decades. This journey with me started probably, a decade back, when I kind of, was bored, I would say literally bored with the normal kind of architectural practice that our office was doing. So we wanted to do something different. We wanted to be a part of a huge movement that probably, in my lifetime or my children's lifetime would leave some mark on this planet. So we thought कि being an architect, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? So then we came about and we got to know about this movement. So children, I am trying to just tell you this to just give you a small brief on this. Some of you who might be interested to do architecture, for them it will be something which will be a very important segment, हम buildings की rating करते हैं. Buildings को भी जैसे हम कोई AC खरीदते हैं तो AC की rating होती है 3 स्टार, 4 स्टार और 5 स्टार. ऐसे एक built up building के लिए भी rating हो सकती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारा स्कूल जो एक एग्जिस्टिंग स्कूल है, एग्जिस्टिंग स्कूल के लिए भी रेटिंग हो सकती है. रेटिंग के लिए क्या होता है? अब आप अपने इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे कुछ कर रहे हैं बट कम्युनिटी लेवल पे शायद वो सब चीज़ें नहीं हो पाती. रेटिंग से अगर एक बड़ी बिल्डिंग है, जैसे कि मान लीजिए हम होमलैंड हाइट्स या CP67 जैसे बड़े प्रोजेक्ट की अगर बात करते हैं, आपको क्या लगता है अगर CP67 सबने देखा है? आप सबने देखा है? और जिसने CP67 देखा है, एक जनरल इंसाइट या वॉक करके आपको क्या लगता है उस प्रोजेक्ट में ऐसा क्या हुआ होगा कि उसको इंडियन ग्रीन बिल्डिंग काउंसिल से प्लैटिनम रेटिंग मिला? कोई भी कुछ बता सकता है? जनरल, जस्ट एज एज एंड यूजर. और it's overrated. It's overrated maybe as a space but not as a building otherwise. Yes, it's overrated because मोहाली को कोई ना कोई एक अच्छा मॉल चाहिए था, मोहाली के पास नहीं थी एक अच्छी कमर्शियल प्लेस. तो मैं आपको जनरली बता देती हूँ 5 से 6 चीजें सिर्फ जो हमने उस मॉल में करी ताकि उस मॉल की एंड यूजर एनवायरनमेंट को हेल्प हो. सबसे पहले ग्लास. ग्लास एक आर्किटेक्चरल विजन में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. ग्लास की कैटेगरीज आती हैं तो उस बिल्डिंग के अंदर हमने डबल ग्लेजिंग का ग्लास यूज करा है. इतना बड़ा शीशा लेकिन बिल्डिंग के अंदर जो हीट का क्वांटम है वो बहुत कम आता है. दूसरा, आप सब बच्चों ने जैसे बोला सेग्रीगेटिंग वेस्ट एट सोर्स. हमने एक वहाँ पर मूवमेंट करी, जितना बड़ा फूड कोर्ट है उनका, उस फूड कोर्ट में सब एंड यूजर्स को, चाहे वो कोई भी है, चाहे वो मैकडोनल्ड है, चाहे वो पिज्जा हट है, सबको समझाया दैट योर वेस्ट वुड नॉट बी पिक्ड फ्रॉम द सोर्स अगर आपका वेस्ट सेग्रीगेटेड नहीं है. CP67 की बेसमेंट में एक बहुत बड़ा कंपोस्टिंग प्लांट लगा हुआ है. The facility CP67 is ready to welcome any kind of a EV vehicle. फिर उसके बाद जो उनका होटल सेक्शन था, हमने वहाँ पे बालकनीज का प्रोजेक्शन निकाला. जब छज्जा होता है तो बिल्डिंग के अंदर धूप बहुत कम आ पाती है. उसी तरह से बहुत सारे कंपोनेंट्स, वाटर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट है. अब पानी आपको लगता है, हम अगर मान लीजिए पानी यूज करते हैं, क्या हम वाटर सेविंग कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते? कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते? हम वाटर सेविंग कैसे कर सकते हैं, प्लीज बताइए. हम वाटर सेविंग कैसे कर सकते हैं बेटा? और लैंडस्केप के अंदर तो जो हमको इरिगेशन करना होता है अपने लैंडस्केप एरियाज को, हम उसके लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. आपको मालूम है इस समय बैंगलोर में कितना बड़ा वाटर क्राइसिस है? किसी को मालूम है? आप अपनी फैमिलीज में, अपने आसपास में पूछना, कुछ बच्चे शायद क्राइस्ट बैंगलोर गए होंगे और हो सकता है हमारे स्कूल के भी गए होंगे. वो बच्चे फोर्स्ड हैं नहाने के लिए भी बिस्लेरी का पानी यूज करने के लिए. क्यों? क्योंकि बेंगलोर जैसे शहर में जो हमारे बहुत पास है पानी नहीं है. सिंगापुर जैसा जो सिटी है, सिंगापुर एक बोर में पानी डालता है और दूसरे बोर से फिल्टर्ड पानी निकालता है. ठीक है. So basically the idea is water conservation is very important, energy conservation is very important. There are multiple ways of using and conserving materials also. So that is my contribution to environment, and now I am excited to see what all you have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inspiring words, ma'am.
Our judges will score based on innovation and creativity, 25 points, environmental or social impact, 20 points, feasibility and practical use, 20 points, clarity of presentation, 10 points, question and answer responses, 5 points, 80 points of pure innovation energy. The order of presentation has been chosen by a lucky draw, ensuring fairness and a sprinkle of suspense.
Let's begin with the first team. Team 1 will be presenting an innovation that not only saves electricity, but also encourages students to contribute to their house by switching off electrical appliances of their respective classes in favor of points.
When people say save the environment, everyone talks about garbage, recycling, or pollution. But no one talks about this. Here's a skit on a scene in which lights, fans, and ACs are being left on in an empty classroom.
पीटी का टाइम हो गया है. Are you coming?
हाँ, let's go.
Are we just going to leave the AC and fans on?
Yeah, the school is paying for it.
Yeah, not like it comes from your pocket.
This, this is how it all starts. I didn't leave it on. Someone else will do it. Now here's a question for the audience. Can someone guess how much energy is wasted in schools from devices nobody bothers to turn off? You can speak out the answer. Over 71% of energy is wasted in schools from devices nobody bothers to turn off. Now let's dive deeper and unfold this project.
Why is it so warm in here?
Is the AC broken or something?
There was an overload short circuit, so there's no electricity until tomorrow.
Wait, for real?
So no fans, no ACs, no lights.
No, nothing. Now, class, open your books to chapter 2. Yes, Dave.
Yesterday I saw my friends leaving the AC and fans on. I have a brilliant idea that can prevent this.
Please share.
Here is a model. Control panels will be installed in our classes that will mainly consist of 4 buttons representing our houses: Taxila, Vikramshila, Nalanda and Gandhara. When I encourage students sees a appliance working unnecessarily and switch it is off, will get a present. He can go to the control panel and press his house labeled button that will give an extra point to his house. The 10 appliances being switched off, 1 point will be given to the house. The scores can be checked weekly or monthly. The name of the house with the most score can be announced in assembly and also can be given 1 extra point.
Dave, after all, you had a point yesterday.
Now let's go deeper into this project.
Let me start by talking about something all of you might have experienced. Walking into the classroom after the break with all the lights, fans, and the AC on. Though this cold air might feel good, it affects the school, the environment, and you. The money that goes into unused electricity could have been used for anything other like books, sports, and you could have benefited by this too. And our already fragile environment suffers even more because electricity is made using the burning of coals and fossil fuels, which release carbon dioxide, making the earth even warmer, causing us to crank up the AC even higher. So think about it this way. Imagine 10 classrooms leave on the fan for 2 unnecessary hours. That's 20 hours of electricity wasted. So it's not just about the numbers, it's the fact it's become a habit and a repeating pattern. And the mindset that says it's not my responsibility.
To solve this problem of energy wastage, we've come up with a smart yet simple solution. Each clickers will be installed in each of the classrooms, each one representing each house: Taxila, Nalanda, Vikramshila, and Gandhara. After every 10 appliances that have been switched off, 1 point will be awarded to each house. This is not only quick and easy, but also encourages everyone to act responsibly. Beyond just saving electricity, this idea boosts house spirit. Students will be more alert and involved, knowing what the small actions can lead to such big differences, and can also help their houses to win points. It turns a routine into a fun challenge, just like how we cheer during sports or quizzes. This gives us another reason to participate with pride. With friendly competition, awareness spreads faster, and soon, saving energy becomes a habit, not a burden.
Our long-term goal is to create a greener school where saving electricity becomes a part of a daily routine. Currently, many of us forget to switch off lights, ACs, and fans of our classes when not needed. But small actions can lead to a big change, and our innovation combats this problem. Over time, it will reduce the energy waste, and make a school more eco-friendly. Together, we can turn this simple idea into a long-lasting change.
The panel will have 4 buttons connected to the core of the panel. The core of the panel will consist controllers and digital counters. When the button will pressed, the readings will be saved in the digital counter. Here is a code written in Python language. Buttons are named on the colors of our houses. There is a function written. When the button will be pressed, one score will be added. LEDs, buzzers, and OLED screen has to work.
Our project started with a simple goal to save energy by reminding students to switch off unused lights, fans, and ACs. In the future, we hope to make it more fun and interactive by adding an app where students can track their activity and earn badges by saving electricity. But we can't do this alone. We need teamwork, students, teachers, staff, all working together to build a way of life. Together, a small idea can lead to a big impact. Now, SWOT analysis. Our project strengths are simplicity, student involvement, and eco-awareness. Weaknesses include misuse and declining interest. Opportunities lie in tech upgrades and team spirit. Threats involve negligence, rivalry, and maintenance. Still, it promises lasting change through teamwork, innovation, and sustainable habits.
So, switch it off.
Score again.
Texas path is to sustain.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team 1, for that insightful presentation. May we request the judges to kindly ask their questions related to the project or presentation?
Good afternoon, students. So it's all 5 of you who have majorly participated in this, or how many of you are there as a group?
Five of us.
You are 5 of you. So whose original idea is this? So you came up with this idea that you want to talk about energy conservation. Okay, so what made you think that you want to talk about this subject?
There were regular assemblies on the energy waste, electricity waste because of the ACs turned on or appliances turned on. So I was forced to think about this idea.
With respect to the solution that you have already added, I want to add you and I want to tell you there is a very simple thing called as occupancy sensor.
Yes, ma'am, but it must be costly, but we made,
No.
but we want to make a,
No, see what you have promoted is a very nice community practice solution. That is just an AI-based thing that I am talking about. What you are trying to talk about from your perspective is a very nice solution, and at the end of the day, it helps students to be a part of it. And you are trying to engage your community, which is students, so that at the end of the day, because the best thing in the program that you have tried to say is that you are trying to add a reward. Because with a reward, what happens is everybody takes that extra initiative, because at the end of the day, they know that, okay, mujhko prize milega. And the prize is huge if the house wins. So that's a very good thing that you have tried to add an incentive also, and you are trying to solve the problem as well.
because our school strength is our students, and we need them converting us.
Team 2 brings a smart belt and smart segregator, inclusive tools to empower the differently able to participate in environmental action because sustainability should never leave anyone behind.
Good afternoon, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Firstly, we would like to thank Vivek High School for giving us this amazing opportunity to present our ideas and projects and help the community. Today, Nalanda's design thinking team will present to you our smart belt and smart segregator. Our motives with these inventions are with the smart belt to help visually disabled people to detect objects in their surrounding areas and stay safe, and with the smart segregator to segregate wet and dry waste and promote a healthier environment. To present our projects, we have made a small role play. It's around noon, and Agastya is getting a checkup from the eye doctor. He has extremely poor vision and often complains to his doctor about this.
What do I do? My vision is so bad. I can't see anything.
Well, well, I have a solution for your problem. Let us present you the smart belt. It is specially designed for visually impaired people. It detects objects or walls in the range of 70 centimeters and conveys this to the user by beeping continuously until the user goes or moves away from the project. It also has a vibration motor which can convey this to the user in case if the user has some hearing problem. Let us demonstrate how it works.
The smart belt consists of a microcontroller named the Arduino chipset. It is used for doing all calculation and sending signals to all the components present in the smart belt so it could work. The smart belt uses a breadboard which is used for connections, lithium rechargeable ion batteries, and two ultrasonic sensors which detect anything in the distance of 70 centimeters. It also uses a switch which is easily detectable for the person who is wearing it.
Now, with Anraj and Kanvar's smart belt, Agastya can sense what's around him and be safer. This new invention has solved his many issues. Now, Agastya starts to go to school again.
Ew! What is that smell? I know, right? It's so bad. It's just garbage.
Improper waste disposal is a big problem because it harms both the environment and our health. When trash isn't thrown away properly, it can pollute the land, air, and water. This pollution can damage ecosystems, make drinking water unsafe, and lead to the spread of diseases. Piles of garbage also attract pests like mosquitoes and flies, which can carry diseases and pose serious health risks to people. It's also not very appealing.
But what can I do about this? I can't tell which bin is for wet waste and which one for dry.
Well, we have a solution for this problem as well. This can be very problematic for our society. That's why we present you the smart bin. It segregates the wet and the dry waste, and it has a tray at the top which helps in sliding the waste to the wet bin and the dry bin using a sensor, and it is an moisture sensor, a resistive moisture sensor. Let me demonstrate it to you how it works also. So if we keep a lemon which is a wet waste and it has a higher moisture sensor, the sensor will detect it and it will be thrown to the wet waste.
Now, Kanwar will tell us about the components of this project.
The smart segregator consists of an again Arduino, which is used for the same purpose, and a high detectable moisture sensor. So it could separate the dry waste and the wet waste.
Oh, I finally feel like I can support my society and promote a healthier environment.
With these two eco-friendly and cost-effective inventions, we are making our school and environment a better place for everyone. We thank our principal, Renu ma'am, Harshini ma'am, Shweta ma'am, and the entire science department for giving us this amazing opportunity.
Thank you, Team 2, for that wonderful presentation. May we request the judges to kindly ask their questions related to the project or presentation.
Okay, those were some fantastic ideas. I just wanted to understand once again about how are you going to keep this in constant power, right? Especially the second part of it. The first, the belt probably is still workable, but how would you keep the a dustbin which is constantly in use in power regularly?
So as we know that the dustbin will be fixed at a particular place. So we will be supplying the power through a plug or something continuously to it so that it does not run out of the power, and we would not be using batteries or something when we go on a bigger scale, as it is just a prototype.
So to add to it, what I would want to advise you is to make it more sustainable. What you should do is you should solar power your dustbins so that they are able to harness energy from the sun in the day and able to store them for their functioning in the night if you wish to use them 24/7, or otherwise they can just be modeled on a program where they are just used in the day when sun is on.
Surely, ma'am, we'll take your idea and alter it a little, and we'll surely use it in our project. Thank you, ma'am.
Improper waste segregation is a common issue in schools, caused by limited awareness, inadequate bins, and poor monitoring. This often leads to mixing recyclable and non-recyclable waste, harming the environment and wasting resources. But the team coming up has a smart solution. Presenting Wise Waste, a sensor-equipped bin designed to make waste management more efficient and responsible. Please welcome Team 3 to the stage.
Naira, why are you throwing all the waste in the same bin?
Why not? It's all waste. It goes to the same truck.
That's the problem, Naira. Whenever you throw wet and dry waste in the same bin, garbage collectors have to sort it by hand. This is very unhygienic, messy, and time consuming.
Oh, I never thought about that. There should be a better plan.
Hey, I think I have a solution for this.
Really? What is it?
It's called Wise Waste. It's a smart dustbin that automatically sorts waste by itself. It works even if you don't know where what waste goes and where what doesn't.
Oh, that's such an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now that means no. That means less time. The job is less time consuming for waste collectors, and it's more hygienic.
Yes, if we all use smart solutions like Wise Waste, we can really make a big difference.
We should tell the whole school about it.
Yes.
In most schools, waste gets mixed up. Things like food scraps, paper, wrappers, and tissues all end up in the same bin. Even if bins are labeled, students often throw things in the wrong place or mix them later. That's why we've created a smart waste segregation bin. It's designed to automatically separate wet and dry waste using a moisture sensor. So even if someone isn't sure where to throw something, the bin does the sorting for them. It's made especially for schools where the number of people and the amount of waste is predictable. The goal is to reduce mess, make the environment cleaner, and help students learn better habits without needing constant supervision.
The bin works using a moisture sensor that detects moisture content through conductivity. When someone throws something into the bin, the sensor quickly checks whether the waste is wet or dry. Wet waste like fruit peels or leftover food are sent to one side. Dry waste like paper or wrappers are sent to the other. We use simple parts to make our project. A moisture sensor, an Arduino board to control the logic, a small motor to shift the flap inside, and 2 compartments for separating the waste. We also added LED lights to show when the bin is full, a manual switch just in case something needs to be fixed. The whole setup runs on very little power so that it's suitable for schools. Our aim while building it was to keep it simple, affordable, and easy to use.
There are some clear advantages to using this bin. It helps keep dry and wet waste separate, which is better for hygiene and the health of the people. It makes composting and recycling easier. It works even if the students doesn't know where what goes, and it reduces the need for the staff to manually sort the waste. It has a few also has a few downsides. The sensor may give wrong readings, but there's only a 0.1% chance of that. The moving parts need repair after every year, and it needs an electricity connection. It uses very low power. Cost breakdown. The sensor is around 300 to 400 rupees, as we used an ultra reliable sensor that doesn't break. The Arduino board, which is used for the logic, is 700 rupees, and the motor and frame are 600 rupees. The LEDs and wiring cost 200 rupees, and the total is around 100, 800 to 2000 rupees. Once installed, it barely uses power, doesn't need much maintenance, so it's affordable over time.
Now most of you will ask why. Why would someone choose a smart bin?
The answer lies in how much you care about the environment and others around you. Most of us are just too careless to care about a trivial thing like waste segregation. But just imagine the struggle of those who have to segregate it by hand. Waste segregation is very important because it helps protect the environment by reducing pollution and making recycling possible. When we separate wet and dry waste, we have saved resources and energy and make compost from food waste. It also keeps garbage collectors safe from harmful or sharp items. Overall, segregation reduces landfill waste and lowers waste management costs. What we propose is a simple solution to this forgotten problem.
The smart bin makes waste sorting easier. It's a small change, but it solves a large problem: waste getting mixed. For schools, this means cleaner classrooms and canteens, fewer smells, and less effort needed to separate waste later. More importantly, it shows students that technology can be used for simple, useful things like managing daily waste. It's easy to use, doesn't need much explanation, and helps everyone make better choices without much effort. Even if just a few bins are like this in key places, they can make a real difference over time.
Thank you, Team 3, for that thought-provoking presentation. May I request the judges to kindly ask the questions related to the project or presentation.
Thank you so much. It was really great work done by all of you, and I think I am really impressed that all of you are at least thinking about where the problem lies. The best thing in this entire process is that whenever if you're trying to talk about energy conservation, waste segregation, the good thing here is that actually your minds are thinking towards that there is a problem. So all of you, I'm sure, have seen this dump yard which is right next to the school, and it looks like a pile of mountain of garbage, and we all understand that it's very important. Waste segregation at source is a very, very relevant and a very important subject. So how many of you actually do it in the school? How many of you actually practice waste segregation at school? That's very important question here. करते हो स्कूल में एक्चुअली में कि नहीं? स्कूल में बिन्स हैं सेग्रीगेशन के लिए?
Yes, ma'am.
So does every class has dual bin system, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Does every class has dual bin system in the school or no? You have it outside, but not at the source. Not at the source in the school, but you would have it at the canteen facility probably. In the corridors. But in the classroom, there is only one bin. So again, going back to the same question, I think what ma'am had asked, that how are you going to keep the power on? Have you thought about it?
Yes, ma'am, we have thought about how to keep the power on. It's very low power. It's essentially a very, very basic microcontroller. It doesn't require much power. It can run out of the outlet a small battery. Anything basically that's 5 volts, it can run off that. We can also use solar panels in the future, attach some solar panels on the roof, direct that power to the bins, add a small battery. That is also a possible and viable option.
See, I'm impressed to see the cost sheet also that you have made. You made a dustbin and a prototype at the cost of $2,000. So my question here is that, is it the actual cost projection that you have tried to share? Where is the prototype that you have made out of using that 2,000 rupees?
Yes, ma'am, we have made a prototype, that one. We have
This plastic blue bin that you are showing is the prototype that you have made in 2,000 rupees.
Yes.
Is it a functional prototype?
Not yet, because the motors, we weren't able to order them in time. But it still does cost below 2,000 rupees. In fact, with more prototyping and design, part specific, we could probably lower the cost even more.
Which grade are you from?
8th.
So an 8th grader thinking about such kind of a thing, that you are trying to think about costing, you're trying to think about volumes, because if it's just a prototype, the cost could be higher. But the minute when it goes to multiple volumes, and the cost of the product would simply come up. Very good work done by all of you, and I think all the teams have been doing exceptionally well. It will become very difficult for us to actually rate a particular team. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Team 3. It was wonderful. Now presenting Team 4 comes EnviroSense, a smart waste disposal system that's accessible. It's not just a bin, it's a statement that clean spaces are everyone's right.
Garbage collection system, EnviroSense. Good morning, everyone. We are the students of Gandhara, and today we are excited to present our project, EnviroSense, a smart dustbin system designed to tackle a problem we see every day in our school, littering. Through this project, we aim to turn a routine task into something engaging, responsible, and rewarding. Let's take you through it. Problem. Let's be honest, we have all seen trash lying around, under benches, near the canteen, in corridors, or even right beside the bin. And though we all know where waste belongs, many people still don't use the dustbin. Often it's out of habit, laziness, or just thinking someone else will clean it up. But this mindset not only affects how our school looks, it also impacts how we treat our environment. So, as a team, we decided to design something that would change the behavior in a positive and a fun way.
We also conducted a survey to understand what is the most common problem in our school. The results were clear. 36.2% of students selected littering in the canteen area. 27.6 cited summer heat. 20.7 pointed to high traffic near gate 1, and the rest selected other reasons. This told us that the issue isn't about availability of bins, it's about behavior in high use spaces. That's why we designed EnviroSense to be effective exactly where it's needed the most. The problem is clear, littering. Despite having dustbins, waste is still found in common areas. So we asked ourselves, how can we encourage students to actually use the bin willingly and consistently? That's how the idea of EnviroSense was born. A smart dustbin that combines cleanliness with house spirit. By putting trash in the dustbin, one can contribute to the house by making sure that they throw the most trash and come first. This simple action connects good habits with house pride, encouraging more people to throw their waste properly while earning recognition for their house. Now let's move to how we built it.
Now, Omansh, Teg and Soham will perform a small skit to explain how EnviroSense really works.
Guys, what are you doing? Can't you see the dustbin is right in front of you? Don't you know littering is bad for the environment? It also causes rodents to appear. Okay, I will pick it up. Throw it in and I will show you something very interesting. This is not just a normal bin. This is a smart bin called EnviroSense. It has a sensor that when you throw trash in and press the button on top according to your house, it will store a point for your house. So you can help the environment and your house at the same time. Here you go.
But I'll just put my hand in and I'll make Gandhara win.
Well, actually you can't do that because there is a cooldown on every button, preventing spamming.
To explain what Omansh just said, here's how EnviroSense works. When trash is thrown into the bin, it interrupts a laser beam which is detected by an LDR sensor. This confirms that actual waste has been deposited. After that, the user can press the button for their house color and the count is registered for that house. The entire process is controlled by an Arduino Uno which tracks all inputs and stores the data. An OLED screen displays real-time house scores while a buzzer gives instant feedback, making the experience fun and interactive. However, points are not awarded for every individual piece of trash. Instead, at the end of the month, the house with the highest number of throws is awarded 20 points,
followed by 16 points for second place, 12 points for third, and 8 points for fourth. Just like the system used in school literary competitions, this ensures fairness, prevents spamming, and encourages meaningful participation focused on cleanliness and house pride.
Objectives. Our objective was to make waste disposal fun, engaging, and meaningful, especially for younger students. We wanted to move away from simply telling people to use the bin and instead give them a reason to do it by turning it into a house challenge. EnviroSense encourages students to act not just for themselves but for their house. The fun colors, sounds, and score updates make the task enjoyable, building habits that can last a lifetime. Observation. During demonstrations, students responded with curiosity and excitement. The interactive features, the laser detection, and the house buttons really grabbed their attention. Many even said they'd be happy to throw trash just to score a point. Teachers also appreciated how the idea combined tech learning, school spirit, and environmental care, all in one project. It shows that a small design change can bring big changes in behavior.
Yeah. So results. Even in a testing environment, EnviroSense reduced visible litter in its area by up to 45%. That's a significant improvement, considering we didn't have to tell anyone to change. The system encouraged them naturally. It's also easy to make, low maintenance, and does not need advanced skills to set up. Once installed, it only needs a checkup once a month, making it a scalable solution for schools and institutions alike.
Thank you for your time and attention. We hope that EnviroSense inspires more students to care for their surroundings and reminds us that even a small habit, like using the dustbin, can make a big difference when done together. We would like to demonstrate the project, after which we're open to questions and feedback.
Thank you, Team Fu, for the thoughtfully enlightening presentation. May we request the judges to kindly ask their questions related to the project or presentation.
Okay, guys, is there a demonstration pending? Would you like to go ahead and do it? Yes. Go ahead.
So, first the trash is thrown in. We click the button and then the trash is thrown in, like here. And then you press the button and a buzzer goes off to show that the point and the trash has been recognized.
Okay, so yes, once again, I think a very crucial problem taken up and explained with, I think, a very close connection to everyone who is sitting here, right? So just one thing I wanted to know, while you all were coming up with this whole project, did you guys think of a loophole?
Yes, we did. One of the biggest loopholes that we thought of was that people, like, let's say I have a piece of paper, I could just break it up into 100 bits and throw it in. So for that, as mentioned previously, there is a short cooldown that if the same button is pressed in a certain order multiple times, then it will stop registering points for a certain amount of time to prevent spam.
And it only detects one piece of trash per button press.
So then how does it work if there is genuinely people around who are...
In case someone does try to cheat, there a certain process, it is 3 times if the button is pressed straight in a row, then it will stop registering or for a cooldown of 2 minutes.
And since there's a high chance of coincidences, we've also made sure that there's like a small time window. So, for example, like consecutively in a few seconds, it will detect spamming.
Good afternoon, kids. I am impressed that you are impromptu ready to answer all the questions that she has asked, which is kind of good that you are thinking about where the problem could be, and you are aware of the fact that people could just be matlab, putting in their trash just a small paper or anything and actually just be pressing button to gain a score. So good luck to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Team 4. Now we've come to the end of this competition. Whether it's a recycling tracker or a garden on a wall, whether it's an app, a belt, or a cardboard prototype,
Each idea today represents one spark of hope, innovation, and leadership.
because true change doesn't wait for adulthood. It begins in classrooms like this, in minds like yours, and in moments like now.
So let's cheer for every team, not just for what they made it, but for why they made it. What a journey of ideas we witnessed today. From solving everyday school issues to dreaming up eco friendly solutions for a better tomorrow. Each team has shown us that innovation has no age and impact needs no permission.
Now, while we await the results, let us now take a moment to watch a short video.
This is the story of three plastic bottles, empty and discarded. Their journeys are about to diverge with outcomes that impact nothing less than the fate of the planet. But they weren't always this way. To understand where these bottles end up, we must first explore their origins. The heroes of our story were conceived in this oil refinery. The plastic in their bodies was formed by chemically bonding oil and gas molecules together to make monomers. In turn, these monomers were bonded into long polymer chains to make plastic in the form of millions of pellets. Those were melted at manufacturing plants and reformed in molds to create the resilient material that makes up the triplets' bodies. Machines filled the bottles with sweet, bubbly liquid, and they were then wrapped, shipped, bought, opened, consumed, and unceremoniously discarded. And now here they lie, poised at the edge of the unknown. Bottle 1, like hundreds of millions of tons of its plastic brethren, ends up in a landfill. This huge dump expands each day as more trash comes in and continues to take up space. As plastics sit there being compressed amongst layers of other junk, rainwater flows through the waste and absorbs the water-soluble compounds it contains. And some of those are highly toxic. Together, they create a harmful stew called leachate, which can move into groundwater, soil, and streams, poisoning ecosystems and harming wildlife. It can take bottle 1 an agonizing 1,000 years to decompose. Bottle 2's journey is stranger, but unfortunately no happier. He floats on a trickle that reaches a stream that flows into a river, and a river that reaches the ocean. After months lost at sea, he's slowly drawn into a massive vortex where trash accumulates, a place known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Here, the ocean's currents have trapped millions of pieces of plastic debris. This is one of 5 plastic-filled gyres in the world's seas, places where the pollutants turn the water into a cloudy plastic soup. Some animals, like seabirds, get entangled in the mess. They and others mistake the brightly colored plastic bits for food. Plastic makes them feel full when they're not, so they starve to death and pass the toxins from the plastic up the plastics don't biodegrade, which means they're destined to break down into smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics, which might rotate in the sea eternally. But Bottle 3 is spared the cruel purgatories of his brothers. A truck brings him to a plant where he and his companions are squeezed flat and compressed into a block. Okay, this sounds pretty bad too, but hang in there, it gets better. The blocks are shredded into tiny pieces, which are washed and melted so they become the raw materials that can be used again. As if by magic, Bottle 3 is now ready to be reborn as something completely new. For this bit of plastic with such humble origins, suddenly the sky is the limit.
We request our esteemed judges, architect Shalja Gupta and Ms. Ketki, to kindly come forward and congratulate the participants. Your presence truly adds honor to this celebration of innovation and effort.
All teams to please be on the stage. The wait is finally over. Based on the judging criteria and presentations, we are thrilled to announce the winners of the Community Catalyst Think, Design and Execute Challenge.
I want to congratulate all the participants. First of all, let me tell you that though it was mere a competition for all of you, but the school has tried to incite a very important, relevant problem. And the good thing is that today I see that all of you have been able to identify the problem and the solution lies with all of us. Actually, the solution will not be with a smart bin or with, a light which is a program light. The solution is for us to take those small initiatives each and every day so that we are not doing littering, so that we turn off the lights. I think all of you unanimously agreed on probably one problem, and that is garbage. 3 teams today we saw that have taken garbage as a problem, whether it is segregation of a garbage or whether it is littering around, which clearly shows that even as children, you categorically understand that what kind of results, the way dumping is being done today, you would be surprised to know that if you would Google, there are some of small villages or small towns in India where garbage segregation is done to another level. When we try to segregate garbage, I would just want to add that it's not simply about biodegradable and non-biodegradable. That is just step one. So that is just step one for us to start the process of segregation. Segregation can go to another level where we are able to segregate plastic, batteries, cans, everything into multiple formats. So I would like to congratulate, first of all, the team on 3rd place is Nalanda. Nalanda House on 3rd place. So now there is a tie, and 2 houses have scored 2nd position. 2 houses have scored 2nd position. That's Vikramshila and Gandhara. And that gives us the winner, and the winner is Taxila. So the winner of today's competition is Taxila House. Cheers to all of you. Very well done. Thank you so much.
To all our participants, you made today unforgettable. You proved that when minds collaborate and hearts commit, innovation happens naturally.
We'd also like to extend our sincere thanks to our respected Vice Principal, teachers, judges, and the audience for their support and encouragement.
Let's carry forward the spirit of today, observe more, care more, and act more.
Thank you all once again. Science Department, Harshini ma'am, Purva ma'am, Ashish sir, Dharampal bhaiya, Arbida ma'am, Simranjeet sir.